Hello and welcome to episode 5 of American Truck Simulator. It's been a long time since I last played this. I know a lot has happened since then, but I think now it's finally time to kick back and relax and just drive around, once again ramble about a bunch of random topics. And before I actually pick out a job to do, if I go over here to my garage manager, you're going to see that I have been able to upgrade my Phoenix garage. I was able to get it upgraded up to 5 trucks I can store, but for now I can only afford 3 in there. There's the trucks and drivers. As for the third truck that I did have to buy, if I go over to my truck manager, it is an International 9900i. Of course, I don't know anything about semi-trucks. I just know that I bought it used, and then I just decided to drive it to it. It had a lot of horsepower. I just like buying the trucks with the higher horsepower. I don't know if that's just a racer thing. As for the status of it, no, I don't drive it. I want the person I hired to drive them. Oh, he's resting. Okay, so I'm sure he'll get to work at some point. Now, how do I go back? There we go. But now that I got that out of the way, let's finally get to some navigation. Oh wait, that's not the right one. I have to go to jobs, freight market. All right, our best job we can do expires in 2 hours 33 minutes. That is honestly quite a big load. I don't know if I'm capable of handling that. And a double freaking load right there. Probably not again. But it looks like I can do the yard truck. That looks easily doable. Offer doesn't expire for another 16 hours. Nogales, Arizona to Bakersfield. Totally. Alright, finally on the road again. So, we're gonna have to take the freeway right here. A bit late for that, I know. And we're gonna have to immediately take another exit. Exit 200, Tucson, Arizona. So, at least according to that, we'll be on the I-10. And I want to appreciate some comment that was left on episode 4, basically telling me that if I want something a bit more realistic, something a bit more challenging, remove the right-hand mirror that's on screen. The only thing is, though, I can't remove it because for some reason the game is not allowing me. I tried going into the settings to remove it. I can't find anything relating to it. I know some people have said if you want to remove the mirror, then click F2. Only thing is, F2 is my volume control, and when I try to, change function or whatever the hell, for some reason it still doesn't work. So I guess I just can't change it, which is dumb, because I would like to make things... Whoa, I am so sorry, I almost freaking slammed into you. I would like something that's more realistic and add a bit of challenge to things, just to make things a bit more entertaining, but if the game isn't allowing me to remove a mirror, I can't really do that. Alright, well, while we head over to Nogales, I think it's time for me to talk about the Tour de France. Of course, my favorite event of the summer. Sorry, 24 Hours of Le Mans. But, Tour de France, I've been watching it since 2019. I got into it just because, just wanted to try out something new. And I've been having a lot of fun watching it ever since. A lot of drama, though, out of the stages as well. If you don't know, I think it was stage 2 or 3, Jasper Philipsen, one of the best sprinters in the field, got taken out right before an intermediate sprint. He had to pull out of the Tour de France as a result. He was way too banged up, and I think he even broke something in his body. As the speed limit increases to 75, now he can really haul. And of course, since the game, I guess, can tolerate 2 or 3 miles an hour over instead of 5, we'll just go ahead with that. As a result, the other rider that took Jasper out, he was given a yellow card, and yes, the cycling is now implementing a card system similar to soccer. Of course, a lot of controversy around that. I know everyone's going to have their opinions on how riders should be penalized and how, but cycling's already dangerous with how many freaking riders are in the peloton. There probably isn't ever going to be a perfect penalty system for that. I think for now, we can try things just to, I guess, try to find the best option, but at the same time, nothing's ever going to be perfect. At least we don't have a freaking sign lady wiping out the whole field. Like in 2021, I think it was. As for the most recent stage, which I watched, it was stage 12 at the time of recording this. Tadej Pogacar is just not human. Just at the final climb that ends the stage, just goes on the attack super early and just keeps pulling non-stop. I don't know how the hell he did it, but he's able to beat Jonas Vingegaard by about 2 whole minutes. That's basically why I picked Tadej Pogacar to win this tour. I strongly believe he'll be able to take his 4th Tour de France title. Sorry, Jonas, but you got your work cut out for you. 3 Tour de France victories would be cool, but Tadej looks pretty much set to win his 4th. We have now reached Tucson. Still got just over an hour to drive. We're gonna... Wait, what's the... There we go, 65. We'll set the cruise control to 67. I've never been to Nogales, I don't think, at all when playing this game. I think it's going to be my first time going to Nogales, so it's going to be interesting. I think I have to take a certain exit, though. Yes, I do. Speed limit has lowered itself again. We'll shift down to 12. And now it's going to increase again to 65, is it? Yes. Make your mind up, please. Alright, nearing Nogales. Just gotta make sure I'm clear of this car behind. And we'll take exit number 4. Gotta come to an easy stop here. No, it's coming. Good, good. Now, if I remember correctly, we have to deliver from a Napa Auto Parts place. I don't know what the original building is called because I'm still using my real life company's mod, which just like I know I've praised it a lot before, but it still just looks awesome. The UPS building as well, right next to us, looks amazing. Alright, let's take a look at the freight market. We'll take the job. $55,339. And then we gotta reset the camera real carefully. And now we proceed to the loading area. I'm probably taking the wrong way. I could probably just went on the right-hand side, but it looks closer over here, so... Just gotta make do with what you have. And now this is the part where we have to be very careful trying to get the truck aligned. Gotta be non-stop cranking this wheel. Oh, crap. This is gonna be a lot harder than it looks. Hope I don't give myself a freaking aneurysm trying to get the freaking thing on. Good thing I can look out the window. I think this will do it. There we go. Hell yes, that makes things a whole lot easier. Now let's see if we can somehow get out of here. Gonna try the same way we came in. Easy as that. Now we just gotta make sure we get onto the road safely. Clear over there. Oh crap, I forgot that freaking fence. Oh, sorry car, I know you're trying to get in here and all of that. Let me just back up for you. Oh, you're wanting to go straight? You have more than enough room. This is going to be a bit more of a mess than I thought. So I think what I'll have to do is try to back this up as straight as I can. Stop right there. Yeah, a good chunk of our time in the delivery is being taken up by silly crap like this. Cutting it real close to that fence post, but that's pretty much what we're forced to do. And... wait. I clicked the wrong shifter button. Please don't kill my transmission. Alright. We are finally doing what we're supposed to be doing, that's transporting this load. Now we just get onto the highway and we can go smooth sailing from here. Very wide swing. And now we can finally get back up to speed. Gotta merge safely, lane is open. There we go. I'm probably gonna have to deal with those same random, like, changing speed limits at that same point again. But just as long as we don't have to deal with any more of that, I'll be completely fine. But now, the next thing I wanted to talk about, if you haven't seen the news already, Forza Motorsport looks to be done. Forza Motorsport will... oh, no, keep them on. I was trying to put the blinker on and change lane because I don't know why that car was slowing down suddenly. Like, dude, if there's one thing you never do on the road, that's freaking brake check a semi. Have to shift down to 11th. Once again, having to bring this car up to speed. Or truck. Okay, back to what I was saying though. Forza Motorsport, most likely done. There has been another big wave of layoffs taking place at Microsoft. Just typical corporation crap for you. Record profits and yet still laying off people. And the layoffs are even affecting Turn 10 Studios. It looks like Forza Motorsport will no longer have any releases. Forza Motorsport, that released in 2023, will be the last game of the franchise. At least I think it released in 2023. I just remember the game at launch, everyone complaining just how broken it was. Like, replays, the racing itself, just a whole bunch of broken crap that shouldn't even be there. And Microsoft was touting how, so many unique car upgrades, upgraded physics. But then, turns out there was nothing like that in the game, just complete lies. It's like Xbox, every time they have some momentum that they can use over PlayStation, they just completely throw it out the window. I'm seeing in the sales charts that PlayStation is basically way more than doubling the Xbox Series sales, and Microsoft is severely lagging behind there. Microsoft, though, looked to have, and I think still have, an opportunity, though, to have the upper hand on PlayStation thanks to Steam integration. Basically bring PC games to Xbox, which sounds cool. But then you pull crap like this. So Forza Horizon, probably the only Forza franchise that's going to be left. Another studio, I think it's called The Initiative, got shut down even though they were working on a new Xbox exclusive title. Completely brand new. Gotta remove cruise control, have to navigate the bend safely even though I am kind of speeding. We still navigated it okay. This is why you always pay attention to the road, kids. So yeah, again, Xbox, when they should be worrying about developing quality exclusives, they always screw it up and are always shutting something down, breaking the game, just whatever the hell. So I still think Steam integration to Xbox would be great, but no one's talking about that anymore. And how a lot of Xbox players online are also complaining about how Microsoft is just completely rendering the console obsolete on its own accord or whatever. I don't know what the right saying is, but they're completely doing this to themselves. And although I'm a PlayStation gamer myself, I would like to see some competition between PlayStation and Xbox just so we can innovate and actually see consoles keep innovating. Like, we need some sort of competition just to keep everyone in check. But if Microsoft is doing all this crap and screwing themselves over and basically rendering Xbox Series just as a Game Pass service and whatever the hell instead of like an actual standalone console, then there's going to be no competition. And without competition, just what the hell is PlayStation going to do? Just look at how EA Sports have been doing over the past decade. Another good tip for playing this game, when you're coming up on the bridges, always take the middle lanes. Do not go to the side, or else your load is most likely going to hit the roof and you're going to damage it. You do not want that happening. I promise you. I didn't check the map for this, but will we be passing by Los Angeles? That would honestly be cool. But here is Phoenix once again. I don't know how they have palm trees growing like this in the middle of a freaking desert. We're about 8.5 hours away from our destination of Bakersfield, but we unfortunately have traffic to deal with. These two semis just going bump freaking slow. The speed limit's 75. They're not even going 65. It's kind of ticking me off. Here's a rest stop that we could potentially use, but we have plenty of energy left in us. I don't think there will be any problem with the rest for now. But I'd freaking like it if these two trucks would speed the hell up. Having to go 60. Wow, big traffic jam up here. Oh, that's probably why. Agricultural inspection. Interesting, so we're gonna have to do a quick stop, have our trucks inspected. I don't know if there's more than one spot for this inspection, like we don't have to wait in a specific line. I hope we don't have to wait in a specific line, because that would then take ages and be a bit of a hassle trying to get into. Gonna try to let this one car go before I change lanes, because I think I have to be in the right hand lane. Oh wow, this truck is suddenly wanting to go very slow. Come on, speed up. Sorry I'm being a nuisance, but I have to do what I have to do. Wait. That's supposed to be for cars, buses. This is supposed to be for trucks. We're supposed to be right here. Oh yeah, there's a spot up there. I was concerned because, like, there's the green signal right there on the left, and I thought, did they seriously put me in the wrong freaking lane? And it's not my fault on it. If I was in the wrong lane, it wouldn't be my fault, because the sign clearly says truck's supposed to be on the right. Alright. Inspection in progress. Thank you. Yeah. At least my understanding of agricultural inspections, they're mainly there in the real world to prevent certain pests from getting into other states, which can then turn into invasive species, which you do not want on people's crops. That'd be, if that were to happen, that's a nightmare scenario. But I think that said, we just reached California. Here's Blythe right next to us. Another Walmart on the right hand side, another UPS location. Can't tell if that is on the right or the left. I mean, still can't tell. Gossel was struck down low. Speed limit is 55, and we might need to stop for a rest soon. Oh, great. Having to waste my time at a freaking agriculture place, and now I have to wave a truck. This specific way station though looks like I haven't been at this one before. It'll be my first time. Not in perfect technical state. What do you mean? Damage meter doesn't show anything. I don't know what you're talking about. But we finally got that out of the way. we can get back on the I-10. And I'm assuming since when we get to California, we then have to head north, we could be driving on the I-5 again. Alright, back on the highway. About 300 miles left. We have about 6 hours. Since we made it this far, I might as well talk a bit more about the whole Xbox ordeal with the layoffs. So, I know Xbox has been acquiring other studios, trying to get exclusives on their side, but one of their more better titles, Starfield, at least from what I heard from people, it's good. It's just that the game didn't last long because they did not really put out any updates. There's no quality of life updates going throughout, and the game unfortunately died off. But then PlayStation released freaking Helldivers, and we know how things went from there. Another smash hit for PlayStation. And yeah, just PlayStation just said, anything you can do, I can do better. And I know PlayStation has had their own share of issues, especially with Gran Turismo, making it online only. Microtransactions, all that stuff, but if you release Forza Motorsport 7 and then your next Forza Motorsport title is somehow even more broken, and then all these unfulfilled promises and, at least in my opinion, straight up lies to the consumer, then you're never going to win a fight against PlayStation. And I even heard the rumors before that Xbox was going to have to take a Nintendo Switch approach and release their next set of consoles early, like a few years early, because of how bad their Xbox Series sales are. At least for now, they're not doing that, so those rumors probably aren't true. But we've seen what happened with the Wii U, how bad that console ended up being. Nintendo then had to put out the Switch many years early, and luckily, that became the best-selling console of all time. What the hell is going on? Whoa. Didn't see that until freaking late. Something happened, or some sort of lane closure, I guess. And wait a damn minute. They want me to take the exit to then get back onto the highway? Why the hell do you want me to do that? You're making me slow down and change lanes for nothing. What the hell? What the hell are you playing at? And I think this is the moment where we merge onto the I-5. No, it's still saying I-10. I just remember the layout of this junction here looks very similar to the I-5, so that's why I said it. But what I was saying, Xbox, if you actually care about your consoles, release exclusive that freaking work. Put out freaking updates so that the exclusives last longer. And stop pulling crap like this. Stop pulling off the layoffs. And actually do something that will help you beat PlayStation. Like, I'm a PlayStation gamer trying to help you guys out. But, of course, since Microsoft is just like any other corporation, they're most likely not going to listen. They really only see the consoles as a method of the Game Pass service. And I think now it's finally time to check out the map and take a quick rest. We got plenty of spots over here. I don't know where to exactly put my waypoint, but there you go. Right after that, though, once we take our rest, we will have the I-10, I-5 change. And we still have about 20 hours to reach Bakersfield, so we're making great time. And here we are at the massive freaking, I don't know what these highways are. I want to get this right, just so I could seem to know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, the I-10, I-15, turnpike? Are these what these called? Turnpikes? Just look at how freaking massive these are. They're bigger than a whole lot of towns. Just massive. I can't believe we reached the age where we can build stuff like that. And here's I think that's a construction car for some reason with its lights on. Wonder what's going on. I know you're tired, driver. Just hang in there. We're almost to the rest stop. Wait, am I supposed to... I'm supposed to turn right. I'm in the wrong lane again. Damn it. Oh, I'm... wrong gears again. Oh, what am I doing? I was wondering why the truck wouldn't go. You have to be able to actually shift down. So you can speed up a bit and shift up. Come on, there's literally no one around. The light shouldn't take this freaking long.
Many months later.
Freaking finally. Waiting on freaking ghost cars out here. For what? Oh crap. I do not want to cut off a fire truck, but I think I am clear. Once again, look good to turn. Bruh. I'm not going straight. I'm turning right. How is that a freaking violation? Just stay patient. We're almost there. Did not mean to wheel up the sidewalk, but there you go. Before we actually take our rest stop, we're going to stop for some fuel. Look how different the gas prices are. We went from under $4 to $5.05. What a joke. But now we can pull out. And where are the rest stops? You should be about here. Yes, they are. How should I pull into it, though, is the question. Wait, we can't park there? Those are all reserved spots? What the hell? Reserved for what? You know what? Screw you, I'm parking there anyway. Kiss your little reserve signs goodbye. It is now 3 p.m. Now it's time to back the hell out of here. Oh. I accidentally shifted into neutral for some reason. I don't know how I did that. Why is the truck going into neutral? Brilliant freaking way to kill the engine. But now we can finally get back onto the highway. We'll rejoin the I-10, and then we'll, at some point down the line, get onto the I-5. Oh, a train's passing by. Look at that. Too bad I'm more of an aviation guy rather than a train person. Don't know really anything about trains. Finally able to make the left turn towards the highway. Still got about 3.5 hours before we get to Bakersfield. Almost made it to the light in time, but no, here's me waiting for about another 5 hours.
2,000 years later.
And I'm forgetting to shift down through the gears again, like an idiot. Taking ages just to even get to the light. But just maybe we can... Nope, the light's red. I was hoping it was green because the other lights were, but no.
One eternity later.
Finally, after years of red lights, we're back onto the highway. Passing by a Toyota factory. The speed limit is once again 55. And I know that sign says 65, but once again, how regulations work in California with the trucks, you can not go over 55. Welcome to Los Angeles. Whoa. Wrong lane again. As I was saying, welcome to Los Angeles. Skyline looking pretty once again. Can never get enough of it. Whoa. I felt like I was turning the truck accordingly, but went onto the white line. Too bad we can't stay in LA for long. We have to continue heading north. Truck route Illinois on the right hand side. What the heck am I supposed to do? Oh, here we go. It was trying to say it was for both the CA highway and the I-5 highway. You have to take the specific truck route. Although for some reason there are regular cars out here that are clearly not trucks, and for some reason they're taking the highway. But right now we have to go very slow on this section because we are required to go much slower on these steeper gradients. And I know I'm kind of tailgating this truck ahead of me. I'll back off. And did someone break down? Oh no, he got pulled over. Bad boys, bad boys. Now, weird thing about the I-5 is that if you're heading north, at this junction right here, if you were to go straight like normal, you actually leave the I-5 and join the CA-99 highway. You have to take what is basically the exit on the right hand side to stay on the I-5, even though it's technically not an exit because you're trying to stay on the highway you're currently on. But we have less than an hour to Bakersfield. Also, maybe it's probably worth talking about IndyCar for a bit. Alex Palou's dominance for this season might finally be over. Of course, he still leads the points by a huge margin, but Mid-Ohio choked it, dropped it onto the grass with a few to go, and gave the win to Scott Dixon. I'm honestly shocked Scott Dixon's still able to win after all these years. I just can't believe the way he did that, though. Just very rare mistake by Alex Palou. You basically never see him make mistakes like that, but at the same time, he is human. And finally, we have a different winner other than Kyle Kirkwood or Alex Palou. And then we unfortunately had Iowa, which was just unfortunate. Like, the repay has basically ruined IndyCar racing there, as I said before on my past iRacing Rush episode. The news, because of Hy-Vee leaving as title sponsor, there's no more concerts taking place during the Iowa doubleheader. Probably a reason why the attendance took a big dip, but at the same time, no one is promoting the races. And I know Fox has done a good job at the beginning of the season for commercials, but they haven't done anything else. And all the social media pages, when it comes to Iowa, it's always NASCAR, NASCAR, NASCAR. Never IndyCar. And you wonder why no one's showing up to those races anymore. Like, when are you gonna get it through your freaking head that you need to promote? Especially when you want to get IndyCar out of just the crap state it's in now, with how the new chassis is being handled, with how suddenly IndyCar needs a charter system just to keep teams around, and not to mention the Indy 500 entry list, just only 34 cars, only one car got bumped. You need more entries and more promotion, IndyCar. Get that through your damn head. But anyways, we were able to leave the highway safely. We're finally in Bakersfield. Our destination is almost here. Just change lanes onto the right hand side, and one more turn and our load will be finished. I don't know if it's a good idea to once again turn right on red, even though it is legal in the real world, don't get me wrong, but this game, for some reason, keeps finding me. I'm just gonna do it anyway, see what happens. Oh, but that time I'm not fined? What the hell's the logic? Just gotta pull it through the gate slowly. There we go. And let me guess, it's gonna be... There's no way it's that easy, right? I don't think it's that easy. I think they're pulling some trickery on me. Yeah, I am going to play it safe because I'm not gonna risk going for an easy spot that turns out to be a complete disaster. There you go. $23 hours, 37 minutes, 673 miles. Nogales to Bakersfield was a success, and we level up to 23. Let's see, should we do Class 4 flammable solids? Or we can do high value cargo. We'll apply it to level 4, just unlock more loads. Apply, and there we go. I think now will be a good time to buy a truck or two just to fill up that Arizona garage. So, services, used trucks. And I will buy used because I'm kind of trying to save money here. We have a 300 city horsepower one. This one isn't in bad shape, but the mileage on it is massive. 529,000. I know I don't make the best decisions when it comes to gaming, but I like my horsepower. Put it in the garage, and now we have to hire a driver for it. Recruitment. We have 1.7 rated and 0.8. We'll go with Ethan C, just because he's asking for less. There we go. We got our 9th truck on the road. So that'll wrap things up for this episode of American Truck Simulator. If you want to see more episodes like this, please like and subscribe. It'll mean a lot to the channel. And I'll see you all another time.